Howdy, folks. Last Sunday we took a drive to Mount Seamour because Angelique and her friends wanted to go and ski up there, or they booked the ski package there, which is quite cool. I mean, it's like $200 for 3 days of skiing. You can go at any 3 days during the winter. And this is our drive all the way up to Mount Seamour. I thought I'll do a quick time lapse and show you what it looks like. It was actually quite a scenic drive. It was the first time that we've ever gone to Mount Seamour. So for those that don't know, Mount Seamour is kind of up above Deep Cove. So it's on the far end of North Vancouver. Very beautiful area, I got to tell you. It's definitely one of my favorite areas to visit. So yeah, and it was an absolutely beautiful day. We've had so many beautiful days this last week. You know, the sunshine, it's not typical winter weather, to be quite frank. I mean, we go and do the park run now on a Saturday morning, which is a 5-kilometer run just down here in Ambleside. You know, we've done 3 of these already in the last 3 weeks, and not once did we get rained on. I mean, that's almost unheard of. There's always rain this time of the year. But I mean, look at this. It's absolutely stunning. It is a nice area. I mean, this is all a national park. And it's just a really, really cool area. You'll see some of the views now when we drive back down. Oh man, there's some really beautiful views from up there. Yeah, anyway, so Angelique and 2 of her friends bought these tickets. It's $200 and you get to go there 3 times. It includes ski rentals, gear rentals, everything, which is actually a real bargain because skiing can be damn expensive, to be honest. So they went up there. I think they only hung out on the bunny hill, but they really did enjoy it, they say. So hopefully she gets into skiing. That would be really cool. For the rest, not much news on our side. We don't get to enjoy British Columbia as much as last year, this year around, because we are both very busy and I guess a little bit stressed also with this waiting for the permanent residency. You know, it's just not... I wish it would come through now so that it just gives us a little bit more of finality of where we stand. I mean, we're all 100% sure it's going to come through. We're all 100% sure that it's going to happen. But you're always just kind of in limbo, which sucks a bit. Check here, we start going into the snow. And you start seeing icicles on the side of the road. It's quite a high elevation up to Mount Seamour. It was surprising. And busy. I mean, there was a lot of cars. We're driving up there. I think it's about 4:30, 4:45 in the afternoon now, because yeah, that was the time. Because Angelique and her friends decided to go for the second half of the ski day. So you can either go in the morning or in the afternoon. It's like it's a bit busier in the morning session, so they decided they want to do the afternoon evening session. They went there from, I think we dropped them there at about 5, and then they came back at like just past 10 at night. They came back with a bus. There are buses running from there as well. So this is the Mount Seamour ski area. We unfortunately didn't get out and do a video from here. I will go and do something next time because we were in a bit of a rush. But it is beautiful. I mean, look at the sunshine on the trees over there. There's Angelique and her 2 friends with their ski gear. There were some really awesome views on the drive down. Maybe what I'll do is I'll stop and pause if the view comes through nicely and slow it down. The unfortunate problem is that with the camera, it's just so much better in real life. When you look at it, it's just so much prettier and you see so much better. The camera's got this wide angle and it kind of makes things look a little bit less awesome than it is. The sun setting in the west. You know, for instance, this area, I mean, this view down there, this was stunning. But yeah, you can't really see much from that side. It's such a pity. I guess you guys are just going to have to come and visit Vancouver and check it out for yourselves. That's really the only answer, I think. Anyway, of course, driving at this time of the day, we started getting a little bit of traffic a little bit lower down, which was not so cool. It is just, one of the things of the North Shore. It's not the West Van or the North Van traffic. It's the traffic of everybody coming from everywhere else trying to get into Vancouver. And there's two places where they can cross from the North Shore into Vancouver proper. And that's pretty much the two bridges, Lions Gate and the Ironworkers, I think is the other one. So everyone from the islands, everyone from the Gold Coast, everyone from Squamish, Whistler, all of those people, all of that traffic flows straight down into the highway, and it just locks up all the roads. On weekends, beautiful days like this, it becomes an absolute pain in the ass to drive around on the highway. What was it? The other day I don't know what happened, but there was gridlock even in around our neighborhood, because what happens is people take the main roads and they want to get down to the Lionsgate Bridge, and then they see that is gridlocked, and then they start trying their luck with little roundabout routes. So they start driving through the neighborhoods, and then that gets gridlocked, and eventually it's just one giant mess. So the other day we had one of those. That was not so cool. But anyway, it's all part of life. Which city doesn't have gridlock occasionally? It's weird though, because some days it's just like that and other days not. Alright, we're heading down into the main road here. We're leaving the park. It's a nice drive. It's quite a long drive. I mean, it's about 30 minutes from our house, 35 minutes that it took us to drive back. On the way there, it took us like almost 50 minutes because of the traffic on the highway. Here we go. Heading back to the west. We're driving west. What's this road called? I can't remember now. Interesting. Anyway. So, I mean, this is such a beautiful drive. This is such a beautiful city and such a beautiful area. I really love it. And I get that it's not for everybody, People like different things, but I just like this kind of nature with the big trees and the majestic pines and, forests. And they've done a good job around here just preserving a lot of that in BC, which is really cool. Anyway, here we are heading towards the highway now. You'll start seeing the traffic, which is exactly the opposite of what I was just talking about, beautiful nature. But I guess, it is what it is. It's the most beautiful sunsets here. Although back in Tampa, they were also stunning sunsets. Here we start hitting traffic, as you can see. Things move a little bit slower. Yeah, so it's that time of the year. It's the kids just finished their first term in school, and the next term is started actually today. So they've got their next 4 classes for the next semester, and see how that goes. I must say school has changed a lot from our days, because they start the classes and then they decide what they want to drop. And Connor decided he chose art, but now he doesn't like art anymore, so he's going to drop art. And it's like, I don't know, our days, you went to school and you took what was there. That was it. It was you didn't have all the choices. I guess they're quite lucky with all the options and the possibilities to really design their own futures, or design their own interests, or design their own laziness, I guess, also sometimes. Here we're coming up to the highway. There we go. Check that traffic out there on the other side. Just a little nuts. We actually stopped at the Safeway up ahead because we needed to get some bread and milk. It's amazing how much bread and milk we use. We buy these 5-gallon bottles of milk, but Connor drinks milk like a machine. I think he's growing again. I'm going to slow the video down a little bit from here, because just around this corner is one of the prettiest stretches of this highway, you know, driving from North Vancouver to, coming up over the ridge in North Vancouver, and then you actually see out to the island. You'll see it right now. It's absolutely stunning. Look at that. As you can see, we're not going too fast. So there we go. This is one of the prettiest pieces of this highway in the city, where you just come over the hill and you see the water in front. And on days like today, when the sun sets there, it's just absolutely beautiful. Really, really love it. Anyway, I think that is almost about it for me, because we're going to pull over into the shop just here in front at the Safeway. If you want to hang around, I'll show you a little bit about what the parking lot there looks like as we drive in. It's this little shopping center next to the highway where we always end up going. Oh, let's speed it up again. All right, here we go again. It's super speed. So this is in North Vancouver, just down here. Our favorite service station, the Esso, and our little shopping center where we now stop if we want to go to Safeway. Okay, folks, I'm going to call it on this one. You all must have a beautiful day. Cheers.